Alright guys, I just realized I've never done a video on this bike before. It's my chain bike. I made the bike all out of chain. The Shade Tree Fix-It man mentioned my forks on the other bike, on the motorized bike video I put out yesterday. And I didn't make it from scratch. They came on bicycles. They're actually called rat trap forks because of the spring design here. And they work okay. They don't work that great, but they absorb the big bumps, so that's what matters. But they look cool, so that's half the fun. Yeah, so it wasn't too hard to make this frame. I just laid out the bars on a flat piece of metal, sheet metal or table, and just welded each one as I went along, and then I made the frame with those bars. So it was like building a regular bike, but a lot more welding. When I first made it, I had ape hanger bars on it. The thing about these bikes, making chain bikes, is they doesn't have the rigidity of regular tubing, so they flex a lot. It's plenty strong in this up and down direction for load bearing, but it twists a lot, like between the sheet post and the front when you're powering down up a hill. So to fix it, when I first made it, I only welded the insides of these chains so that I didn't have to fix pretty up all the welds on the outside. But it wasn't strong enough, and I didn't have this bar in here either, and I had long ape hanger handlebars on it, so that put a lot more leverage on it with my hands way up high. So I put the short bars on, and I fully welded the frame, and I put that bar in there, and that made it a lot better. So it's pretty strong now, but still got a little bit of flex, but it's good enough. And so the cool part about this bike is the drive setup. It's a Redro Direct drive. How it works is when you're pedaling backwards, it works in first gear, the big gear, and then when you're pedaling forwards, it works the smaller gear. And it's pretty simple. I just put two of those one-way what do you call them, ratchets on there, and put a bigger sprocket on one of them. So they both work in the forward direction like normal, but you got both chains going to the tops of them. So the bottom one's in first gear on the big one, and the top one's on the small gear for high gear. And then they wrap around on the bottom to this idler sprocket just to take up the slack. It doesn't bear any load, it's just a plastic sprocket there. And that works pretty good. There's no shifting or anything. It's all automatic. Definitely not the most effective drive setup ever, just because you gotta pedal backwards to go uphill. So your muscles aren't used to doing that. I guess that's why they don't use it very much. But it's interesting to look at, and this is an interesting bike. So that's why I put it on this thing. Thought it'd be cool. The only thing odd about it, uh, compared to a normal bike, is it doesn't actually roll backwards. See if it rolls forwards, but if I try to roll it backwards, it just locks up because it's pulling on both sides of the sprocket there, so it cancels itself out. But that's really not a problem. You just roll forward with it. Looks pretty good. I'll show you how it works in a minute when I'm riding it. I twisted up some bars here for the banana seat, and I based the frame, it's just a 20-inch size frame. I based it off like a roll fast scoot from the 60s, but I stretched it out like 5 or 6 inches to get a little more leg room and stuff. Yeah, and I actually painted it like twice. I had it white before and didn't really like it, so I couldn't really decide what color to paint it, so I just did it red. Can't go wrong with red. So yeah, when I first built it, it was like riding a wet noodle with the long bars on there. It was just way too flexy, so it took a while to figure out like what I wanted to do to strengthen it, but it's pretty good now. So I might actually put longer bars on it again, but shorter than the ones I had on it, because it was pretty cool with the ape hangers, but it looks okay with the short bars on there too. Alright, hope you learned something or two. Thanks for watching, guys.